The live commentary may not reflect this rating. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey everybody, it's Clona Comics Inc. Welcome back to more Metroid 2 Return of Samus. In the last episode, we started off in Phase 4, and in this episode, we got the six Metroids in here, and in this episode we're going to be heading into the main part of Phase 4, and, well, I'm thinking maybe it would have actually been better to go here first, but I don't know, maybe I just wanted to challenge myself a little bit. Except for going to the missile station, because it was a good idea. Stop falling! My god! Okay. Going through the area with that where the creatures come out of the holes is really annoying. I really wish I had that one item from Metroid 1 that made them not really a problem. By the way, I just want to point out that those gravel blocks can actually be destroyed even though you can never go in there. Okay, I'm gonna go restore our missiles real quick. Just a reminder, there is a missile station down here. This enemy, it can't be hurt from the top, it can only be hurt from the sides. Oh, maybe it can. I wish I could test that theory. Okay, whatever. Okay, now, I'm gonna get into my spider ball, and I'm gonna travel up the wall. Okay. Now, if I head down here, there is something we can get. Oh, that was a dirty trick. I want to go through here. And we have a little, Chozo made area in here. That will give us this. This is the space jump, quite possibly the single most useful item in this whole game. What does it do? Well, let's get out of here and I'll show you. You can see we flip a lot faster now. It allows us to continuously jump in midair. The timing can be a little bit hard to get useful to, because if you don't hit A quick enough, it won't jump and you'll just get out of screwing form. So that means we can get up here a little bit faster than if we were to use the spider ball. Not that we really can because of those spikes, but still quicker. And actually, ow, ow. Okay, there we go. But actually, if you do want to restore your health, there is an energy station up here, again on the ceiling. But thankfully, it's being guarded, but it's not being guarded with as high security. Now then, there should be a little hole in here, yep. Place that was once inhabited by the Chozo. In here we have some blocks of gravel that can't be destroyed. And inside that is a missile tank! And here we have a safe pedestal, so you can use that if you need to. And we have a single lone rock here that can be bombed. And we have a Metroid shell. Okay, you have some of those guys down there, and I would recommend using your missiles on them. I think you can use the beam on them, though. Now, before I continue further, I want to go down here. Because there is actually another item we can get. And it is beyond this door. the Spazer Beam! Basically, it takes... You know how you can only shoot 3 shots at a time? It takes all 3 of those shots and spews them out all at the same time. Fortunately, now you can only fire 1 at a time, but it can actually still go through walls. I find this to be a little bit more useful than the Wave Beam, personally, even if it can shoot less frequently. Okay. Alright, now, going up, gonna be a little bit of a chore. Stop. Stop! Jeez. Alright, so what I suggest you do, space jump up, and just miss all these guys. And then you head through here, where we have... Surprise! There you go. Whoa. Okay, well, we've already engaged in it, so we can use it and space jump back up here. You know what, actually? In the middle of the fight... In the middle of the fight, I'm just gonna let it stand there. And I'm gonna bomb this out. Where I get a missile tank in the middle of the fight. That's a missile tank I often tend to miss, so I didn't mean to fire a missile for that. Okay. Come on! Oh my goodness. Yeah, this one may be a little bit hard to fight, but maybe we could just bring it down here, it would be easier. There you go. Okay. But that's not quite all there is here. We shoot down here. There's more stuff we can get. Great design, thanks. Now there's an item we can get to the left here, but I'm gonna keep going right because I want to give the Spazer Beam more time in the sun. First off, we have a missile tank here. And we have 19 missile tanks, like our Metroid count. Now, okay, we have some spikes here as well that may be a little bit tough to avoid the space jump. So I guess the space jump is required to get. Right here we have these indestructible menaces here that spew magma out, or some sort of volatile substance. I really think it like pours out lava. Tends to be. It looks like a living creature, but then it could also be a mechanoid. Now it looks like a dead end, but you can actually see it is there is something here, and there is a Metroid here, so it is on the required path. That is cryptic. This is why I said you needed a map for this. I guess I can talk about something after we defeat this Metroid. It's just an alpha. They kind of sound like cats almost. Tell me the Metroids in this game don't sound like cats to you guys. And in here, we have an energy tank. That's definitely a good thing. Now, as we're going back, instead of cutting, I think I'll actually talk about something relating to this game a little bit. this game... Okay, well, not a lot of people played Metroid 2, and, but I think a lot of them... But I think a lot of people probably would have... I think a lot of people probably would have played it, had they released... Oh, there's also a hidden path in here. That's useless. I think a lot of people would have played it had they released the Metroid 2... The Metroid 2 DX that was shown up in some magazines, which would have been basically like a color version of this game, like The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening did. But it was shown up, like I said, it was shown up in some magazines, but it never came to be. Are these things really indestructible? They are. But yeah, there was Metroid 2 DX that was showing up in some magazines, and I feel like if that game was released, this game would have gotten a lot more. This game would have gotten a lot more love than it did. But as you know, Nintendo owns all these properties, and they would rather just Nintendo owns all these freaking properties, and yet they would rather only make Mario, Zelda, and Kirby. Which I get it, it's marketable, but come on. Don't you ever... But come on, like... Sometimes it's better to put artistic art integrity before marketability. I guess I could tell you guys something that, I probably should have said at the beginning. If you are liking what you're seeing here, but you're not really a fan of the Game Boy, Metroid 2 did have a remake. On the Nintendo... In 2017, Nintendo released Metroid Samus Returns on the Nintendo 3DS, which is a remake of Metroid 2. I haven't played it yet because I haven't gotten that far in the series yet. I'm currently on Metroid Prime 3, but it is the remake of this game and I do want to play it. I'm just currently a little stumped in Metroid 3, or Metroid Prime 3. Super Metroid is Metroid 3. So we've gotten everything that's in here. Next, what we want to do... what was I thinking? There's actually something I missed. I don't know. Jeez, well, thank goodness I realized this. Give me that. I should mention that if you don't collect it, it'll start pulsating a bit faster, letting you know it's about to disappear. I don't know why I said pulsating, but I guess that is what it's doing. Now, if you go left here... Check it out, Metroid! That's what we're playing, Metroid! Return of Samus. These are the things the series is named after. There you go. You only have one left to get. And if you keep going this way... And more of these jerks, which you can use to restore your missiles. And a door. And here, we got something useful to you, not to me. This is the plasma beam! Basically, same thing as the power beam, but you can only shoot one at a time, and it does a lot of damage. You can take out most enemies in just one hit, or 2 or 3 hits with this. Unfortunately, I don't really like it as much as the Spazer Beam because, like I said, it's tough to hit. It's tough to hit enemies in this game when the beam is so small. I guess not very small, but just like short. So yeah, So yeah, you can get the plasma beam if you want to. I would personally rather have the Spazer Beam. But I think I'll keep the plasma beam until later. And you'll see why later. But yeah, I really would prefer to have the plasma beam, or the spacer beam, sorry. And it can't penetrate these things for some reason. But the plasma beam is supposed to pierce enemies. Now we have these weird duck-like creatures, but I think they're actually basically they're pseudo platforms that are on for a second, and then off, or well. And if you touch the bottom of one with the spider ball, you will fall. Okay. So what you're gonna want to do now is there's a rock right there that you can bomb. So what you want to do is you want to get on this thing, jump here, and there you go. You can see there's a missile tank in there as well. And there you go. And here we have another energy tank, and more places to go. And then here is where you get the missile tank. Now, we should have gotten 4 missile tanks in here. Let me check. Okay, yes, we have gotten the 4 missile tanks that are in Phase 4. Thank goodness, because there's always one. Because every time I play Metroid 2, there was always one missile tank I am missing. I get to the end of the game and I'm at 240. Yeah, spoilers. There's 250 missile tanks in this game, and because you start with 30 missiles. And because you start with 30 missiles, and each missile tank gives you 10, and there's 250 in this game, that means there are 22 missile tanks in this game total. But I count the first 30 as having 3 missile tanks. Now down here, we have, it's like way at the bottom, Metroid! There you go! And that was the last Metroid in Phase 4, which means... There we go. We are now able to proceed. Your instructions complete. Proceed. Okay. Ooh. There we go. And this time we only have 1. Well, now we are going to end the video. Next time, on Metroid 2 Return of Samus, we're gonna head down. We're gonna find where the acid lowered, and we're going to take on the single Metroid that's in there. See you guys then. Goodbye.